Hare Krishna, it's not my intention to make a long video. It's my intention to share some thoughts. So, you have Islam, regular Islam, which is Muhammadan Islam. The people who descend from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you have Islam, which is traditional. You have Sunnis, you have Wahhabi, you have like 73 different sects, Shia, you have different sects of Al-Islam, right? And that's considered traditional or orthodox Islam. But then you have offshoots of that system, like the Moors. When I say the Moors, I'm talking about the noble Drew Ali Moors. I'm talking about the Five Percenters and the Nation of Islam. What's the difference? Well, you have Muhammadan Islam, which is based upon a religion created for or by the Prophet Muhammad, which actually came from Catholicism and Judaism. That's the Islam that most people practice today. It's orthodox. Qul huwallahu ahad. They believe in the one God. But then the other groups, the ones that are called offshoots, the difference with them is that they are actually descendants, or should I say, they have some of the roots of traditional Islam, but they also have the influence of India, the Vedic system, the Hindus, Krishna consciousness. How do you know? Look at the terminology. They use words like manifest. Regular Muslims don't use words like manifest. But when you talk about manifest, you got to go back to the Vedic system to understand. Like you have Krishna, and then you have, here's a good example. Well, I don't there's something called Panchatattva. So you got Krishna, God, which is Lord Chaitanya, right? And then you have his expansion, just like the gods build and expand on a topic. You have his expansion, which is Prabhu Nityananda, right? So there's the one God, then he expands into Balaram or Prabhu Nityananda. And then you have his incarnation, which is Advaita. Advaita is interesting because Advaita is actually Vishnu and Shiva combined. The original Vishnu and the original Shiva in one. That's Advaita. So you have God, you have his expansion, you have his incarnation, and then you have his energy, right? Which is power in the God degrees. Number 5, you have his energy, which is Gadadhar. And then you have the manifestation of his devotees. Remember, God has unlimited devotees on unlimited planets in unlimited universes, okay? Every planet you go to and everywhere in between, you can find an original devotee of the one true God, who I call Krishna. You call him what you want, respect due to you. So, what I'm saying is that the devotees are represented by Shrivas. So that's why they say Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. So these 5 percenters you see out there that's building on all of these degrees, pay close attention to their language, because if you trace the roots of the language of the teachings of the Moorish Science Temple, the 5 percenters and the Nation of Islam, you're going to get more Hinduism than actual real, or should I say, traditional Islam. I don't like to say what's real and what's not real, because what is real that we living in the material world, in a temporary place? Everything here is real, but it's temporary. And the sages have determined that that which is temporary is non-existent, and that which is eternal does not cease to exist. Like, my bed used to be so black, so that wasn't real, because it was temporary. Now it ain't so black no more. Now it's more white than black. So I know my eternal state ain't got nothing to do with my beard or this body or this mind or this intelligence or this false ego. The real me is operating from behind the scenes, unperceivable to these gross material senses. So once again, when you hear the gods talking about manifest and build and destroy and all of these different high grade principles that you can't find in traditional Islam, that's because they have a strong influence from the Indian Vedic spiritual system. And with that, I just say respect, and I just wanted to share something for you to think about. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.